Hello and welcome to Media 7. This week, what's up with gay media? We have a very full show, so without delay, here's the state of the play. Once upon a time, the closest New Zealand got to gay TV was this more or less out gay couple.
Nice to be with you again.
It was a different country, as in it wasn't illegal anymore for men to have sex with each other by the time Man to Man arrived in 1991 as a national gay newspaper that was renamed Express and spawned the first gay TV show Express Report on Horizon TV. And that evolved into Queer Nation, the independent gay republic of TVNZ that ran 11 seasons. And looked to be in for greater things in 2003 when Helen Clark herself expressed the hope that the new charter would allow Queer Nation to be shown in an earlier time slot. What actually happened was that Queer Nation was canned and the gay slot taken by a new series, the self-consciously light-hearted Kiwi Fruit, which ran for 2 seasons but researched poorly before giving way to Outlook, a reality TV series set in the office of Express. That rated quite well but ran for only 10 episodes last year. Meanwhile, NZ On Air jointly funded Taka Tāpui for Māori television. But Te Mangai Pāho declined to renew its share of the funding this year, and neither TVNZ or TV3 have made any funding applications this year, leaving Stephen Oates' Sparkle on Sunday on Alt TV as the only local gay programming.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
And while the 33-year-old Out magazine trucks on past 200 issues, the owner of Express has sacked all his editorial staff and handed control to his straight daughter. She's complaining about the AIDS Foundation withdrawing an annual $40,000 in advertising for safe sex messages in favour of spending its budget online at sites like nzdating.co.nz. If there's a pink dollar, it's not apparent to New Zealand ad agencies, who largely ignore gay media.
How's your love life?
Great.
And there are gay TV superstars.
Hi!
Just not here. Which leads us again to the question, what's up with gay media? And joining us to try and answer that question are the original publisher of Man to Man and now editor of GayNZ.com, Jay Benny, long-time journalist and now National Campaigns Coordinator for the AIDS Foundation, Douglas Jenkin, and TV producer and past president of the Gay Auckland Business Association, Johnny Givens. Welcome to you all. Jay, if we could start with you. You founded the first national gay newspaper, which in turn spawned the first gay TV show. That was way back in the 90s. Now here we are now, and the gay print media appears to be in turmoil. There's no gay television on the mainstream networks. What happened?
I think things have changed. Our community is always evolving. If you go back before Express and Man to Man, we had largely volunteer-driven, community-operated publications such as Pink Triangle, with the commercial Out magazine beside it. But then there became a need for a more professional level of discourse, and so Man to Man and Express grew out of that and helped create a sense of community and helped to typify the community, give it some sense of reality when sometimes it's a very abstract sort of thing, this community thing. But then communities always evolve, and so the media needs to evolve with it, the same as the general media do. So I'm not saying necessarily that the print media has had its day, but the emphasis is shifting.
The emphasis is shifting online, is that what you're saying?
Yes, I think it's shifted from print through television, and television is still very important, it's still a very powerful medium to be on. And the internet is now rising up as part of the mix. Perhaps some elements of the print media are getting left behind.
Douglas, how much to do your job of message outreach do you need there to be gay media, i.e. media for the gay community?
It's incredibly important. Without it, we can't really do work that's culturally appropriate, because with mainstream you're limited. Even on websites such as NZ Dating, we have censorship issues all the time. So, clearly we belong in gay media, although we have to go where the men are, and if the men are online, that's where we need to go. So
where are they online? They're on Jay's site? They're on NZ Dating? Where else are they?
Primarily they're on NZ Dating, and a lot of the men on NZ Dating are bisexual men, about 40% of them. And if it was a gay site, they wouldn't be there.
So you're seeing the same change that Jay's talking about. Do you think the gay audience is moving more quickly to the new media than the general public?
It's complicated because you're not just talking about... I mean, people talk about the gay community as being an amorphous blob, when in fact there are generations which have different interests and different values. You've got young people now which are rapidly becoming assimilated, and their values will be more mainstream. Because they've never been illegal, they've got civil unions, human rights, etc., which previous generations didn't. So therefore they will see themselves as more mainstream than perhaps my generation would.
How did you handle that on Queer Nation? Because it is quite fondly remembered,
Sure.
Johnny.
Yeah.
You know, because you've not only got older and younger gay men, you've got gay women as well. You had to...
Absolutely. That's the thing we dealt with every year, I think, at Queer Nation. And every year the show changed and evolved. It was Dance Party one year, and then it suddenly got really serious issues. It dealt with the politics of it. But we find that because the people making it were actually part of the community, there were gay men and women, and therefore they knew what was happening, therefore it registered in the program very quickly. And that's one of the things about gay media. We talk to our community. If you're not gay, you can't talk to your community. If you're really into rugby, you can talk to the rugby people, but you wouldn't get me talking to the rugby people. Sorry, but your people have to have the skill and the knowledge about what's happening now, and that's where I think Queer Nation had a huge advantage.
Well, I remember when the program started, and I thought, wow, this could be good, because I'd been living in Britain. I remembered Out on Tuesday, which became an absolute mainstream success. Sure. Is that important?
No, it's not. Not for us.
And yet I
for
sense
us,
that
we want a
that.
program that talks to us. We want a program that is about our community, about our issues, and about our time in this new century. That's what Queer Nation was about. That's why I think Jay and the website works really well. It's great if other people are watching it, but really, I don't really care. It's really nice. I think that's when the conflicts became with the changing marketplace, because the networks changed their marketplace from serving our communities and serving all the different communities to try and make as many entertainment audiences as possible. And so they looked and they tried to get a program like a gay program to actually be entertaining. And so this ended up making a gay program for a straight audience. And of course, that's bullshit.
No. That was part of a general scramble-down market that occurred at the same time, where everything had to be entertaining. I mean, it was just... you were lowering yourself to the lowest levels of American trash because people wanted everything to be entertaining regardless of what it was. And if it was longer than 8 seconds long, they didn't have time for it.
We're actually going to have to take a break now, but what we're going to do... when we come back from the break, Simon Pound's actually gone out and talked to some of the audience for gay media. He's done some K-Road Vox Pops.